Hello, and good afternoon, everyone. I would like to be the first to welcome you to my first ever video review of any movie. Welcome to Darin's B-Movie Rant and Review on this Saturday afternoon, and I hope that your Saturday so far has been good. Now, today we are going to take a look at Tim Burton's 1995 movie, Ed Wood. But before we get to that, I want to talk a little bit about what makes a B-movie a B-movie. And it's simple. Budget. Money. The almighty dollar makes a B-movie a B-movie. You see, smaller studios produce movies with a lower budget. And because the budget is lower, they have to pay the actors less, they pay less for the writing and so on. The upside to that is you get people that are really hungry to be in the business. The downside to that is they usually don't have much talent, at least not the talent we're used to anyway. But I love them all nonetheless. Here on Darin's B-Movie Rant and Review, I have been reviewing movies here on Facebook for a couple of years. I have reviewed such hits as 12 Disasters of Christmas, Sharktopus, Megafault. But every now and again, I review an A movie, such as The Ridiculous Six or The Greatest Showman, when I feel moved to do so. And because I'm the one in charge of this channel, I don't answer to anybody, I can do whatever I want. And that is that. One of my favorite genres is Christmas B-movies. They're kind of hard to find, and I'm not talking about those cheesy, terrible Hallmark movies. Those are horrible. It's the same movie with different people. But you know what? People like them, and who am I to judge? If that's what you dig, that's what you dig. That's fine. No problemo. Some of the other movies we reviewed on here are other B-movie classics, such as The Jurassic Games, Tsunami B with a B-E-E at the end, pretty clever. Who could forget Lavalantula? What about Prisoner X, The Fog? We've got Joe Dirt 2, which I know it had some A-listers in it, but it was terrible. We cannot forget, my goodness, The Christmas Dragon. What a good flick. All of the Sharknado movies. And my favorite B-movie of all time to this point is Star Raiders: The Adventures of Saber Rain, which stars the B-movie king himself, Mr. Casper Van Dien, and as usual, he brings it and he does a great job. Today, as you may have noticed in our notes, we are going to be talking about Ed Wood, the 1995 Tim Burton film called Ed Wood. Now you're thinking to yourself, hey man, that's not a B-movie. Well, you're absolutely right, but do you know what it is? It's a movie about the guy that basically made B-movies popular. And this right here is Mr. Ed Wood. This is what he looked like, of course, in his younger days in the 50s. Now, in Tim Burton's movie, Ed Wood, it had a great cast of great actors. We had Johnny Depp, Bill Murray, Sarah Jessica Parker, Patricia Arquette, and of course, Martin Landau. Now, Martin Landau, for his portrayal of Bela Lugosi in this movie, actually received an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. And if you've seen the movie or you watch it after this review, you'll see why, because he did a great job. Bela Lugosi was definitely one of a kind, and Martin Landau, if what I read is correct, watched over 35 hours of Bela Lugosi films. So he watched all of his movies over and over again to get his mannerisms, to get his accent, and all of that. And so here we go. Let's go ahead and launch into today's flick, Ed Wood. This is, like I said, a Tim Burton movie starring Johnny Depp and a handful of others. Something to note about black and white movies, they're more difficult to shoot than color movies. And for example, they basically had to paint Martin Landau's face white so that he would show up on the black and white film how they wanted him to. And you'll notice that Bill Murray has a bit of a pale tint to himself as well. Pale tint. I wonder if that's an oxymoron. But anyhow, Ed Wood, here we go. Now the movie starts off with Johnny Depp playing this guy, and he has this idea for a movie he's trying to pitch. He finally pitches it to somebody, and it's a movie called Glenn or Glenda. And it's a movie about a man who likes to dress like a woman. Now, today in 2020, movies like that have been happening for a number of years. But Glenn or Glenda came out in 1953. And in 1953, this was not a terribly popular idea. So the studio that he did that movie for did not like him or it at all, and the movie flopped and it was terrible. Although Ed loved it, nobody else really did. Now, to his credit, this man was very busy. He has over 80 writing credits to his name. He directed something like 46 of those, and he has 19 acting credits. So he acted in 19 of his movies, and he produced 15 of them. And that made him a very, very busy man. And one of the things that I admire about Ed, if the movie is in fact accurate, is that he didn't care that people liked him or not. He did what he wanted to do. He did what was in his heart, and that's what made him happy. And the Ed Wood movies that I have seen are not good, not even by B-movie standards. However, because of him, we get all those cheesy 50s sci-fi monster flicks. Some of his movies are Plan 9 from Outer Space, which came out in 1955. And this movie has to deal with aliens that come to take over Earth and kill the human race by raising the dead. Yeah, it's a pretty wild premise. He also, like I said, Glenn or Glenda. And he has, what's another movie he did? Let me take a look here at my little cheat sheet. Oh, yeah, how could I forget Bride of the Monster from 1955? That movie, just wow. But let's get back to Tim Burton's Ed Wood. So this movie was okay. I didn't love it. I don't know why. As I watched it, I felt like if you've ever watched Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Tim Burton's, the one that he had, of course, Johnny Depp played Willy Wonka, and he did a fine job. He's no Gene Wilder, but he got it done. In Ed Wood, I felt like I was watching a young Willy Wonka because it was basically the same character. And when you have star power like Bill Murray and Sarah Jessica Parker and Patricia Arquette, and you put these guys together on the same set, it should rock. This movie should kick butt, but it just didn't. Now, I will give props to Martin Landau because his Bela Lugosi was spot on. Spot on. It was incredible to watch him, and sometimes I forgot that it was not Bela Lugosi. So that is the highlight of the movie, is Martin Landau, and that's probably why he received that award. Now the movie goes like this. Ed Wood does whatever he needs to do to get these movies made. He has all kinds of challenges here and there. He steals an octopus to make his monster movie, the Bride of the Monster. He ends up losing his girlfriend Deborah when he gives some other girl a part in a movie, and that doesn't go well, so she takes off. Now, if you believe everything you read, according to imdb.com, Deborah left Ed Wood because he was an alcoholic, not because of the part. But in the movie, it doesn't portray him as an alcoholic. Other sources that I read say that he was, but once again, I'm telling you what I've read. I'm not telling you what I know, because at the end of the day, I truly don't know. The movie portrays a Bela Lugosi who struggled with drug issues, which, considering the fact that he was up on the top for so long, and then he became, in his mind, obsolete, he turned to drugs. He was taking morphine and then methadone, and that led him to a clinic. Now, in the movie, it was at this clinic where Johnny Depp / Ed Wood meets his future wife, Kathy, because she was there visiting a relative or something or another. Well, those two hit it off. Now, Ed Wood, of course, maybe you do or don't know, but he had a fancy for wearing ladies' clothing. Now, he was a man's man still. He still really liked the ladies, but he just felt comfortable in women's clothing. And there are a lot of scenes in the movie where he is directing with either in full women's dress or with maybe just a lady sweater on. I don't know. But my review of the movie is this. It was okay. It just gets an okay. It's one of those movies that I don't feel like I wasted 2 hours on my day, but I also would probably not watch it again. I just don't think, with that kind of star power, like I said, it should have been awesome. When you get all that acting power on one set, what you should end up with is something like Cloud Atlas or Glory. those movies changed lives. The acting was powerful, the writing was incredible. But Ed Wood fell way short of all that. So, my recommendation is this. If you got 2 hours to kill, sit down and watch it. See what you think and let me know. Maybe you've seen it already and you liked it or you hated it. Leave me a comment. Let's talk about it. Maybe you can change my mind. Maybe you have some insight that I don't, and who knows? If as we close out of this thing, if there's a B movie that you want me to review, just leave me a comment. You can also send me an email. Here's my email address. You can send me an email if you want, or you can leave me comments here on the Facebook, whichever floats your boat. I gotta fix that. I'm telling you, my chin didn't get cut off a minute ago. But that's all right, because you know what? It's just a video that probably about 19 people are going to watch, 19 of my closest friends and family. So there you have it. I hope that you have a great day and a great weekend. And listen, if you got some time to kill, let's watch a movie. See you next time. And I'm out.